The current evolutionary planetary landscape. An interpretive framework for understanding the collective evolutionary themes of the present era with emphasis on the years 2025 to 2027 is presented in the article below. For an even greater in-depth astrological analysis of this particular time period, the reader should consider reading The New Dawn, a book by Victor Dennis Purcell, available on Amazon. The planetary aspects presented in this work are not confined to a single month or a single event. Most involve the outer planets, whose influence unfolds gradually over many months and, in some cases, years. Rather than describing isolated predictions, these planetary relationships symbolize the broader psychological, social, cultural, and historical atmosphere through which humanity is presently moving. The interpretations that follow are intended as observations of these long-term collective themes, offering a symbolic framework for understanding the larger evolutionary currents shaping our time. The purpose of this presentation is not to predict specific world events, but to illuminate the underlying energetic patterns that appear to accompany periods of significant transformation. Each planetary aspect stands for a distinct expression of these collective forces, some encouraging innovation and opportunity, others exposing weaknesses, challenging long-held assumptions, or bringing unresolved issues into greater awareness. Together, they form an integrated picture of a world in transition, inviting thoughtful observation rather than certainty, conscious participation rather than passive reaction, and wisdom rather than fear. As history has repeatedly demonstrated, periods of profound change also become periods of extraordinary opportunity. The challenge before us is not simply to witness this unfolding process, but to understand it, learn from it, and help shape its future with insight, responsibility, resilience, and compassion. The basic patterns: interacting energy systems. Pluto concentrates energy. Neptune inspires and diffuses energy. Uranus electrifies energy. Jupiter amplifies energy. Mars directs energy. Chiron reveals where healing is needed. Please view this presentation as if you were looking through a microscope. Starting with a wider aperture, it presents the overall theme of what is taking place astrologically during this time frame. Then the app closes a bit, and we deal with each of the outer planets and the various aspects they are making to each other and other planets. And the final narrowing of the aperture focuses on the delineation of each of the aspects to explain in greater detail. Overall, viewed as a whole, the combined influences of Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter reveal an extraordinary period of collective transformation. Each planet contributes a distinct dimension to the larger evolutionary process unfolding across society. Pluto exposes outdated structures and demands profound renewal. Neptune expands compassion, imagination, and spiritual awareness. Uranus accelerates innovation and breakthrough thinking, and Jupiter broadens knowledge, opportunity, and leadership while challenging humanity to examine the strength of its beliefs and institutions. Together, these planetary cycles describe a period in which both the opportunities and the pressures for change are being significantly amplified. The overarching theme of this era is conscious evolution through awareness and responsible action. Long-held assumptions are being questioned, established systems are under increasing scrutiny, and innovative ideas are emerging at an unprecedented pace. Education, healthcare, economics, leadership, technology, and social values are all undergoing examination as existing strengths and weaknesses become more visible. These transits do not suggest that change will always be comfortable. Rather, they symbolize a period in which unresolved challenges become more difficult to ignore, inviting thoughtful reform instead of complacency. The purpose is not to create fear, but to increase awareness so that meaningful, constructive action can take place. History shows that major outer planet cycles often coincide with pivotal periods of social, cultural, scientific, economic, and spiritual transformation. They accompany eras in which proven institutions are questioned, technological revolutions reshape civilization, economic priorities are reconsidered, and new philosophical perspectives gradually emerge. Whether expressed through scientific breakthroughs, institutional reform, changing global leadership, or a deeper recognition of humanity's shared future, these cycles remind us that periods of disruption can also become periods of extraordinary progress. Ultimately, history is shaped not only by the events that unfold, but by the wisdom, courage, and collective consciousness with which humanity responds. If these planetary cycles carry a central message, it is this: every period of profound change presents a corresponding opportunity for profound growth. The challenge before us is not merely to witness history, but to help shape it with vision, responsibility, resilience, and compassion. Summary of Pluto-related aspects. When we step back and view this remarkable series of Pluto transits, a clear evolutionary pattern begins to emerge. Pluto stands at the center of a profound collective transformation, reshaping how humanity understands power, truth, innovation, spirituality, and healing. Through its dynamic relationships with Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Chiron, Pluto exposes obsolete structures while creating opportunities for renewal. Mars channels disciplined action, Jupiter challenges long-held beliefs, Uranus accelerates innovation, Neptune inspires spiritual awakening, and Chiron compels us to confront the collective wound. Together, these influences describe not isolated events, but a sweeping process of systemic change unfolding across society. Particularly significant is Pluto's square to Chiron, as Chiron transitions from Aries into Taurus. Chiron in Aries has emphasized healing humanity's wounds surrounding identity, conflict, courage, and the right to exist as authentic individuals. As Chiron enters Taurus, the collective focus gradually shifts toward deeper questions of security, values, resources, economics, and our relationship with the physical world. This transition signals an evolution from asking, "Who are we?" to asking, "What truly sustains us?" The overarching message of this Pluto cycle is not one of destruction for its own sake, but of transformation through conscious evolution. By releasing outdated beliefs, embracing thoughtful innovation, deepening spiritual awareness, and confronting our collective wounds with honesty and courage, humanity is presented with a rare opportunity to build stronger, wiser, and more resilient foundations for the future. Summary of Neptune-related aspects. Viewed as a whole, this series of Neptune transits highlights a collective shift toward greater awareness, compassion, creativity, and spiritual understanding. Neptune encourages humanity to look beyond immediate concerns and reconnect with imagination, intuition, and a broader sense of purpose. Through its harmonious relationships with Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus, Neptune inspires purposeful action, expands wisdom and vision, and encourages innovative thinking grounded in empathy and human values. Together, these influences describe a gradual awakening of consciousness that complements the deeper structural transformations taking place in the world. The overarching message of this Neptune cycle is one of inspiration rather than force. Instead of overcoming obstacles through conflict alone, Neptune reminds us that lasting progress also requires imagination, cooperation, and a willingness to see new possibilities. By aligning action with higher ideals, expanding our understanding, and embracing thoughtful innovation, this cycle encourages individuals and society alike to build a future shaped not only by intelligence and achievement, but also by compassion, creativity, and shared purpose. Please note, the material related to the planet, Uranus, is presented below. Summary of Jupiter-related aspects. Viewed as a whole, this series of Jupiter transits highlights a collective period of expansion, opportunity, and meaningful reevaluation. Jupiter encourages humanity to broaden its understanding through education, innovation, leadership, and purposeful action, while challenging individuals and institutions alike to examine the strength of their guiding principles. Through its relationships with Uranus, Mars, and Chiron, Jupiter inspires breakthrough thinking, strengthens confidence and initiative, and magnifies those areas of society requiring greater wisdom, healing, and responsible leadership. Together, these influences describe a period in which growth is achieved not only by embracing new opportunities, but also by confronting the realities that demand thoughtful change. The overarching message of this Jupiter cycle is one of wisdom gained through experience. Innovation must be guided by sound judgment, confidence balanced with humility, and expanding opportunities matched by personal and collective responsibility. As existing beliefs, educational systems, leadership, healthcare, economics, and social values come under greater examination, this cycle invites reflection rather than complacency. The purpose is not to create fear, but to encourage awareness, adaptation, and constructive action. By embracing new ideas, acting with purpose, and learning from both success and adversity, Jupiter encourages humanity to build a future founded on knowledge, resilience, ethical leadership, and an ever-deepening understanding of what is truly valuable. Raw data. Mars trine Pluto, a current of focused power. The current Mars trine Pluto is one of the strongest energetic influences in the present planetary landscape. Rather than creating friction, this harmonious aspect allows tremendous reserves of power to flow with remarkable efficiency. Mars contributes initiative, courage, and decisive action, while Pluto provides depth, endurance, strategic focus, and the determination to overcome formidable obstacles. Operating through the air signs of Gemini and Aquarius, this energy favors intelligent action, penetrating analysis, investigative thinking, technological innovation, and the ability to uncover what has still been hidden beneath the surface. Collectively, this transit strengthens mental resilience, concentration, and the capacity to pursue difficult goals with unwavering persistence. There is a growing desire to expose truth, solve complex problems, and transform ideas into purposeful action. The primary caution is the sheer intensity of this energy. Because it flows so naturally, individuals and organizations may push themselves beyond healthy limits without realizing it. When consciously directed, however, Mars trine Pluto becomes a formidable force for disciplined achievement, strategic progress, and meaningful transformation. Pluto opposite Jupiter, a clash of power and belief. The current opposition between Pluto and Jupiter creates a powerful atmosphere of ideological tension and transformation. Jupiter expands beliefs, optimism, leadership, and vision, while Pluto exposes hidden power dynamics, challenges entrenched systems, and demands profound change. With Jupiter in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius, the collective is caught between the desire for confident individual expression and the growing influence of larger social, technological, and institutional forces. Questions of leadership, authority, truth, and who ultimately shapes the future become increasingly difficult to ignore. Collectively, this transit encourages a re-evaluation of long-held philosophies, political movements, and cultural narratives. Convictions become stronger, but so can polarization if differing viewpoints harden into rigid ideologies. The opportunity lies in allowing outdated beliefs to evolve rather than defending them at all costs. When approached with openness and discernment, Jupiter opposite Pluto can become a catalyst for profound intellectual, social, and spiritual renewal, replacing dogma with deeper wisdom and a more authentic understanding of power. Pluto sextile Uranus, evolution through innovation. The current sextile between Pluto and Uranus creates a highly constructive atmosphere for innovation, reform, and long-term transformation. Uranus inspires breakthrough thinking, technological advancement, and liberation from outdated limitations, while Pluto works beneath the surface to reshape the deeper structures of society. Unlike more confrontational aspects, this sextile presents opportunities for meaningful change that can be consciously recognized and acted upon. It is an excellent influence for embracing new ideas, modernizing established systems, and building practical solutions to complex challenges. Collectively, this transit encourages intellectual flexibility, creative problem solving, and the willingness to release obsolete patterns in favor of more effective approaches. Individuals may find it easier to adapt to change, explore unconventional perspectives, and transform insight into tangible progress. Although the opportunities are significant, they require conscious participation. Those willing to embrace thoughtful innovation and strategic reform are likely to benefit most from this rare and forward-looking planetary combination. Pluto sextile Neptune, spiritual transformation and collective renewal. The current sextile between Pluto and Neptune creates a supportive atmosphere for deep spiritual and psychological transformation. Pluto exposes what has been hidden and initiates lasting renewal, while Neptune expands compassion, intuition, imagination, and the search for higher meaning. Together, these two outer planets open opportunities to dissolve outdated emotional and spiritual patterns, encouraging greater wisdom, empathy, and a deeper awareness of the unseen forces shaping both individuals and society. Collectively, this transit favors healing, creative inspiration, spiritual exploration, and the gradual emergence of more compassionate social ideals. It is an excellent period for reflection, meditation, therapeutic work, and artistic expression, as intuition becomes a valuable guide alongside reason. Although subtle in its expression, Pluto's sextile Neptune offers the opportunity to transform uncertainty into insight and inspiration into meaningful, lasting change. The current square between Pluto and Chiron is one of the most significant transformational influences in today's planetary landscape. Pluto exposes hidden power, unresolved trauma, and the need for profound structural change, while Chiron represents our deepest wounds and the potential for healing through understanding and experience. Their challenging square creates an atmosphere in which unresolved personal and collective vulnerabilities demand attention, making it increasingly difficult to ignore long-standing divisions, injustices, or patterns that have outlived their purpose. Collectively, this transit encourages an honest confrontation with the issues that lie beneath conflict, fear, and social polarization. While the process may be uncomfortable, it also offers an opportunity for meaningful healing and renewal by addressing root causes rather than surface symptoms. The challenge is to resist responding with fear, resentment, or the struggle for control. When approached with courage and self-awareness, Pluto square Chiron has the potential to transform old wounds into greater resilience, wisdom, and a stronger foundation for lasting change. Chiron in Aries, healing the wound of identity. Chiron in Aries highlights humanity's struggle with identity, courage, self-worth, and the right to exist as a unique individual. The collective wound centers on questions such as, who am I? Do I have the right to lead, to act, or simply to be myself? This placement often exposes issues surrounding conflict, aggression, competition, personal autonomy, and the misuse of force. Yet it also offers the opportunity to discover authentic courage, not through domination or impulsiveness, but through developing a secure sense of self that no longer depends upon defeating others for validation. Chiron in Taurus, healing the wound of security. as Chiron enters Taurus, the collective focus shifts from identity to stability, survival, and personal value. The central questions become: what truly gives me security? What is real wealth? What do I genuinely value? This placement brings greater attention to financial systems, economic inequality, natural resources, food production, environmental stewardship, and our relationship with the physical world. On a deeper psychological level, Chiron in Taurus invites humanity to heal wounds surrounding self-worth, scarcity, and attachment, replacing fear and insecurity with a more enduring sense of inner stability and sustainable abundance. Neptune sextile Mars. Inspired action, the current sextile between Neptune and Mars creates a supportive atmosphere where vision and action work in harmony. Neptune inspires intuition, compassion, creativity, and spiritual awareness, while Mars provides initiative, courage, and the determination to act. Together, they encourage purposeful action guided by wisdom rather than impulse. This influence favors artistic expression, humanitarian efforts, spiritual practice, and projects that combine imagination with practical effort. Collectively, this transit encourages people to pursue meaningful goals with greater empathy, patience, and emotional intelligence. Rather than relying solely on force or competition, there is an opportunity to accomplish more through cooperation, inspiration, and quiet confidence. The greatest strength of this aspect lies in aligning action with higher ideals, allowing compassion, creativity, and vision to become powerful forces for constructive change. Neptune trine Jupiter, expanding vision. The current trine between Neptune and Jupiter creates an uplifting atmosphere of spiritual growth, optimism, and expanding awareness. Neptune encourages intuition, compassion, imagination, and higher consciousness, while Jupiter broadens wisdom, philosophy, education, and the search for meaning. Together, these two planets promote a greater openness to new perspectives, humanitarian ideals, creative inspiration, and a renewed sense of hope for the future. This transit favors learning, spiritual exploration, artistic expression, and efforts that unite people around shared values and purpose. Faith and optimism can grow during this period, encouraging individuals and communities to look beyond immediate challenges toward long-term possibilities. The principal caution is to balance inspiration with practical judgment, ensuring that idealism remains grounded. When used constructively, Neptune trine Jupiter offers an excellent opportunity to expand both consciousness and compassion while strengthening humanity's vision for the future. Neptune sextile Uranus, awakening new possibilities. The current sextile between Neptune and Uranus creates a supportive atmosphere for innovation, intuition, and expanding consciousness. Uranus stimulates breakthrough thinking, technological progress, and fresh perspectives, while Neptune contributes imagination, compassion, creativity, and spiritual insight. Together, these two outer planets encourage new ways of understanding the world, blending scientific discovery with intuitive awareness and inspiring solutions that are both progressive and humane. Collectively, this transit favors creative innovation, spiritual exploration, educational advances, and the thoughtful integration of emerging technologies with human values. Individuals and organizations may become more receptive to unconventional ideas that improve society while preserving compassion and ethical responsibility. The opportunity is to embrace change without losing wisdom, allowing imagination and innovation to work together in shaping a more conscious and forward-looking future. Uranus parallel Mars, breakthrough action. The current parallel between Uranus and Mars creates a highly energized atmosphere of innovation, courage, and rapid change. Uranus stimulates originality, technological advancement, and the desire to break free from outdated limitations, while Mars supplies initiative, determination, and decisive action. Functioning much like a conjunction, this alignment combines their energies into a powerful force that encourages bold thinking, quick decisions, and the willingness to pursue new directions with confidence. Collectively, this aspect favors scientific discovery, technological progress, creative problem solving, and decisive efforts to modernize existing systems. It encourages individuals and organizations to challenge convention, embrace fresh ideas, and act on opportunities that might otherwise be overlooked. The principal caution is impatience or acting too quickly without fully considering the consequences. When guided by thoughtful planning, Uranus parallel Mars can become a powerful catalyst for innovation, progress, and constructive change. From an energetic perspective, Mars parallel Uranus resembles a high-voltage electrical circuit powering a powerful motor. Mars provides the drive and momentum, while Uranus supplies the sudden surge of electrical force that accelerates movement and breakthrough. When this energy is consciously directed, it fuels innovation, decisive leadership, and rapid progress. Left unchecked, however, the same current can become impulsive, erratic, or disruptive. The opportunity is not to suppress this remarkable force, but to channel it with discipline, purpose, and foresight. Jupiter's sextile Uranus, expanding new horizons. The current sextile between Jupiter and Uranus creates a highly favorable atmosphere for growth, innovation, and forward-looking opportunity. Jupiter expands knowledge, wisdom, education, and long-term vision, while Uranus introduces originality, technological advancement, and breakthrough thinking. Together, these planets encourage an open-minded approach to change, inspiring fresh ideas, creative solutions, and the confidence to explore new possibilities that can benefit both individuals and society. Collectively, this transit favors scientific progress, educational advancement, entrepreneurship, exploration, and reforms that challenge outdated assumptions. It encourages people to think beyond conventional boundaries, embrace emerging technologies, and pursue opportunities that combine practical wisdom with innovative thinking. The greatest benefit of this aspect lies in its ability to transform inspiration into meaningful progress, opening new pathways for learning, discovery, and collective advancement. Jupiter parallel Mars, expanding purposeful action. The current parallel between Jupiter and Mars creates a dynamic atmosphere of confidence, initiative, and determined progress. Jupiter expands vision, optimism, leadership, and long-term goals, while Mars contributes courage, energy, and decisive action. Functioning much like a conjunction, this alignment combines their strengths into a powerful force that encourages ambitious planning, bold leadership, and the confidence to pursue meaningful objectives with enthusiasm and determination.